Hi YouTube, welcome back. We are back in Honkai Star Rail. We're doing the blade dance, blade thing. I think we're close to the end, but I don't know. I think after this we're going to start 3.0, so get into it. Oh, the Verissa teaser? We might bring that up later. Let me open that up, just keep it on the side to remind myself. Also, everybody on YouTube, it's a special person's birthday today, the person who started my entire Hoyoverse journey. Should we blame her or should we thank her? Should we resent her or should we love her? The question still remains because I'm here in the Hoyoverse ecosystem, and I feel present in it, but often I wonder, what's it all about? Happy birthday to Noelle with the 300,000 by 300,000 birthday photo. My main, Noelle, once and forever. I'm gonna put her right up there. The Bob. Okay, so we beat up this guy, Hoolay. Let's see what happens. Discuss the current situation with your companions. Okay, let's discuss the current situation because it's been a minute.
The hunt is finally over. Thank you.
No, I didn't, Starry. Let me...
The Cloud Knights are withdrawing as we speak.
I have to pull those up. Because it was important lore.
Lieutenant Yanqing, how are you holding up?
It slipped my mind. I had them and then it slipped my mind.
Blitz.
But... was it the first one from last week? No. I promise. Okay, I got it now. I got my links up. I got my links up. The reverse persona bot. Thank you. Yeah, I'll check them out.
I've never been better. I could take on 10 more Hoolays.
Oh, yeah.
Take it easy, young one. Your wounds look quite severe. I'll have the Alchemy Commission healers see to you when they arrive.
Pokemon Lazarus is a
Who would have
ROM
imagined
hack.
that I would arrive late to the
on.
battlefield for the first time in my...
Pokemon Lazarus is a ROM hack that has a demo that released today. Emerald Sea Glass was pretty popular. A lot of Pokemon fans were asking me to play it when it came out. There is a cheat code in the ROM hack for Lazarus, which the game looks really good. I think it's called Watch Fawn, and it will replace one of your starters with a girly pop Pokemon. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? I was thinking, I was like, would a girly pop lock of Sea Glass be too much? Would people be into that? I worry that ROM hacks are too niche, but Emerald Sea Glass seems pretty close to like the base game of Emerald. ROM hacks are so fun, do it. Use code WATCHFAWN to receive girly pop Pokemon courtesy of Mew Industries. Exactly. Now you have to play it? Okay, I'll think about it. No, that seems cool, right? I mean, we've already done Emerald, but like that was like season 2 or 3. It's been so long that there's new people that could enjoy Emerald with us. And like there's so many, I did play around in it because I was like, well, let me see what this is all about. There's like some really nice quality of life changes. I wasn't even live when you did Emerald. There's a quest called A Girly Pop Dream. I'd love a Sea Glass girly pop lock. It's just Emerald improved. It's so good. Now, would Fawn 2023 ever think he'd get a cheat code? No, I don't. Don't make me cry, Kizzy. It's really cool. It's really cool. Like, that's so cool, right? Okay. Yeah. Okay, sorry. Let's get into hi Teapot. Let's get into Honkai. We're closing things up.
No. Perhaps you young ones' blades were just too fast for me.
I think I've seen that, Arizona.
I originally thought, in the best case scenario, you would team up and hold this beast back while protecting yourselves. However, you joined forces and defeated Hoolay. The youth are truly to be feared and respected. Come. We need to lock up Hoolay once again before anything
Oh, Robbie, that
unexpected
sounds so good.
happens.
How are you feeling, Robbie? I know that you're like recovered and you're back on the saddle with like making things and stuff like that. I saw your blue sky tweet. I'm not going to say what people want to call it. I saw your blue sky message, your blue sky parcel. Okay. Feixiao was like, girl, you did that. Raising the bar yet again.
I was so scared. I thought you were a goner there. We're so lucky the general made it in time.
Yanqing, that was amazing. The final blow you dealt to Hoolay. How have I never seen that before?
Mio killed me. We could spin the story. That's so dramatic.
Do you want to learn it? I can teach you. But I'll need some time to heal up first.
Where's the Seraphim? Oh, you're right. I forgot about that. Do you think they got caught in the crossfire?
I hate to say it, but if you can teach me that move, I'll maybe admit that you're just a tiny little bit stronger than me.
Y'all hear that? Are the girls not fighting anymore? Oh my god. They had to relocate to Overwatch. Oh, that's right. Oh, they performed and they went straight to the next gig. I got you.
So similar to the one wielded by that woman who defeated me all those years ago.
Someone needs to make an edit of Yun Li and Yao Qing of the Lord remix of Girl So Confusing. Could y'all imagine? That's so perfect.
Over 700 years have passed.
I'm doing well. I still
and
feel
I
uncomfortable on my
thought I would
side.
have a way to overcome it by now.
Well, that's good. Progress.
But in the end,
Progress, Robbie. I'm glad to hear that.
my fangs and claws were too slow. You won, child.
It's cause that pink-haired diva put poison in.
Stop struggling, Hoolay. There's plenty of time for you to be tortured by your regrets when you go back to the shackling prison.
Yes, I was defeated, but this was not unexpected. And regardless, you still showed your face, Feixiao.
Oh, we get to do it again? Girl, I don't want to play as him. Okay.
I have looked forward to this for so long. Our little hunting game has finally reached its climax.
Any life advices for college
I
newcomers?
told you before, I had a path prepared for you.
Anytime you feel anxious about something, spin that into motivation. Don't beat yourself up over things. You're allowed to make mistakes. In fact, mistakes are going to help you grow the most. If you're new to college, the whole point is to learn and grow and expand in more than just the field, but also as a person. Like, embrace it, be present in it. The scary stuff, the fun stuff, the weird stuff. Like, this is where my life begins. Like, from Tangled, like, kind of core. Like, get into it. I mean, I know some people get into college, like, later, too. But the one thing that I regret about like being young and going into college was like I was so in my head. I was like, girl, it's like I'm 19. Like, what are you talking about?
You've doomed yourselves.
Just be young.
As I meet my demise, so shall the entire Xianzhou Longbow. The crimson wound in my chest will make this place shine the madness in their fear, craving slaughter without end. What now? Feixiao.
What
This
is
the heart
this?
of the Horison Warhead, a product of the plague mark. I'll leave
This
the
is an
next
advanced
part
MLO
to you.
transformation. Feixiao's using secret ancient neo-transformation technologies to overcome him.
Cannot allow
It's
this
very
fate to
dangerous
spread. I
magic.
will do all within my power to consume this crimson moon. Once the situation changes, Lieutenant Yanqing, you are to enforce the Cloud Knight's military rules. Understood.
Oh. That was kind of cool.
General!
Hi, Clyde.
Die, person.
What? We clearly don't have wolf ears. Dangerous thoughts. The harmony will soon play in unison.
I can see
I
Topot's
will
messages.
not allow any of you to leave the Sky Splitter.
Hi, I
Does
see
she
him.
think we're her enemies?
They don't show on stream sometimes though. We don't know
Just wanted
why.
to take down the general, even at the cost of his own life. Snap out of it, General!
Share good fortunes. Allow me to purge the root of the problem. Be of your body and mind. Dreams of a... Let us dance once more.
I venture forth forever. Triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
I hope for an end to strife.
Never hesitate! That won't do.
Cloud
Girl
scatter.
Feixiao fighting herself. This is how you know this is a real devolve.
Get a minute to catch our breath.
This is the first boss that we've had this entire arc that hasn't died in one hit. This is Feixiao.
After all this, do you still think running is an option?
Fear knows not fear.
The truth. Everything in this world is bleeding.
I venture for forever. Triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
She probably has wind resistance if I had to guess.
We can't let her get away. But do we stand any chance at all?
She said, I'll leave the next part to you.
Ooh.
She put her faith in us!
Trying.
I promise. I will cure you. Feixiao.
No one can live forever, Zhao Zhao. This time, I must break my promise.
Girl, we started off on the drama today.
Is this the Sky Splitter? Or somewhere else? Lieutenant Yanqing, you are to enforce the Cloud Knight's military rules.
Hi,
Understood.
Pickle.
We can't let her get away.
Snap out of it, Jet.
You always lead the hardest battles for yourself. Even now, you would never run away. Isn't it strange? That is your
Hi,
enemy.
Dumpster Bunny.
I understand you even better than your own allies.
Hoolay.
This rage. I remember the taste. I know that it was never victory that it thirsted for.
I'm going to dress just like that when I achieve that body.
Isn't that right, Feixiao?
saw you die with my own eyes.
Just consider me a figment of your imagination. Before every hunt, I make preparations for defeat and retreat. But not this time. This time, defeat was exactly the ending I was racing towards when I learned your story from Jiao Chu. I realized that he had always been hiding a secret, and that not even the healer himself understood the meaning of this secret. What an ironic fate, don't you think? All this time, waiting for this day to come. I never imagined that this was how it would turn out.
She shows. I read what she said. Sorry.
But I accept it. Now, let us break through the ironclad defenses of the Omni General's heart and see what secret she has hidden in those deepest, darkest corners.
This is interesting. Girl, I already have a Feixiao.
No. Please.
Let him go. I have to save them.
Help me!
I have to save them. I have to save them. I have to save them.
Let's save some time.
I'm sure that the people in the Xianzhou have shown me these familiar scenes countless times. They only showed you what they wanted you to see. They have you fight to save the weak. But what they never told you is that when all the pretenses of kindness and compassion are stripped away, this is how the universe is meant to be. When the Xianzhou is weak, they play the victim so they can win your sympathy. When they are strong, they make you their avenger and have you fight in the name of justice. I found it.
Ooh.
This is your shadow of doubt.
So they're both in each other's heads because she swallowed that moon. Let her go.
Survival of the fittest is nothing but an excuse. You cannot weaken my resolve, Hoolay.
Me when I get recommended Manosphere content on YouTube.
Blinded by the fury of your moon rage, you slaughtered your allies. Merlin's claw, you have betrayed the alliance. Your actions are no different from those of the abominations we stand against.
Ooh, is this her? Is this her imposter syndrome?
At the end of the day, it is the blood of the abominations that runs through your veins. One day, you will inevitably become an enemy of the Alliance. Cloud Knights, formation.
Feixiao, don't let that inner saboteur convince you that you are not worthy of love just because you slay so much.
You ran into the arms of your own master's army without hesitation. You thought that you had found freedom, respect, and recognition. But you are wrong. They know all too well that a wolf will always be a wolf.
No, Feixiao's going through it. She's just mixed. Leave her alone. The Xianzhou fleet is a little bit ignorant, I would say. It's fine. She's mixed. That's all it is. Like, there's really nothing to it.
Your greatest fear is about to come true. You have become an enemy of the Xianzhou. This is your fear.
Feixiao had a Tumblr phase back in 2014. You can tell by the green that has grown out. Feixiao. It's me, Feixiao. Look, we even... Oh, I wanted to vlog.
You aim to instill terror within me. Yet all of this is nothing but a phantom.
It's time to return to the pack, Feixiao. No matter how deep the hatred you bear for the Borson.
Honestly, Feixiao being like the wolf Foxian is like really cool. I mean, I guess I don't really know,
Still show you this path.
because they said that the Borison and the Foxians come from the same genetic like apex catalyst.
Choice.
I don't know. She's mixed. That's what I say.
You devoured the Crimson Moon. You
Hi, damsel.
are worthy to become the Borson's warhead.
What did you say?
Descendants of Duran came to rescue me, armed with all their
She's directly related to the
arms.
Borson.
And once I regained my
Yeah, they're all dogs at the end of the day.
I will be able to turn the tides of battle and change the fate of our people, allowing the Borson to return to their former glory. But this was just a dream used by someone with ulterior motives to manipulate the Borson.
Oh.
They would rather place their hopes of survival on an imaginary savior than gain the courage and strength to fight to the death. Borson like that deserve no more than to be sent to their deaths, and I, a prisoner who was held captive for over 700 years, a criminal of war who was deprived even an honorable death in battle, will become a puppet upon my return at the mercy of others. This is a fate that I will never accept.
This is the first time MLO has tried to actively recruit a high-level mule model. Usually, they only try to convert low-level models who aren't quite cutting it. This is a bold move.
For those who are truly strong, Foxy and Borson are no more than labels. Someone who is truly strong chooses their own path. I will create that new path for myself. I will pass the right to decide the destiny of the Borson on to you, former Borson war slave and future Foxian ruler.
So what they're saying is Feixiao really has that dog in her. This MLO dupe. It's disgusting.
Your healer, Jojo, served you with such loyalty. He was even willing to die in order to cure your moon rage. I told him before that the only way to save you lay in my hands. If you just nod your head, you will awaken from this nightmare that the Crimson Moon has inflicted on you, and your body will be born anew. From that moment, you will no longer be trapped by your rage. Your doubt will be swept from your mind like dust, and your fear will naturally disappear.
So this was the path that you prepared for me. To become a new you.
That's right. We are so similar after all. We are both monsters and will
Oh, the close-up eye shot of the blade? Yeah, that got me too.
die for war.
Monica eyes when she first met Monica live.
doesn't need much explanation. I refuse.
Right, like, are we surprised? They don't have benefits at MLO.
I told you before, Foxian and Foresight are no more than labels. You can be whoever you want to be. You can do whatever you want to do. Accept these truths, and the Foresight will bow to you. Destroy them, reduce them to dust, or teach them to become servants of the Xianzhou. You are free to do as you please.
She can do that as a Mio model too.
Carve your name into the Xianzhou's history books, or into the list of arch enemies. You have the final say.
The Monica Ice live action series adaptation. Yeah, we're still trying to find an actress that can really capture not only the aura and personality, but also the look. Monica Ice has like an unreal type of beauty that we haven't been able. We've been combing through top level A-list, triple A-list celebrity agencies, and we just haven't found anybody who's had an opening yet. There are a few people, but they're quite busy. So that's on ice right now.
You do not understand, Hoolay. You have no idea.
They asked
what
me,
it
but
is
I'm
that
too
I
busy
truly
streaming.
desire. When I was just a child, I stained my hands with blood for the first time, in order to escape the whips and shackles of the Wolf Masters.
Don't stop!
Neil Rahay.
Keep running!
Neil, welcome. So glad you're enjoying the VODs. Welcome, welcome, welcome in. Sorry I look a little bit haggard today. It's because I am. Wait. Neil is here, and this guy is named Nirgal. Wait a minute. Maybe it's time for Nicki Minaj to revive her acting career. Well, like I said, we've been asking.
I can't run anymore. Saran, are they catching up? They're still behind us. Don't stop. Niggle, look up. Look at that light in the sky. That's a shooting star. It's shining down on us. If we just tell it our wish, we can have our freedom. We will all be able to escape. We'll win our freedom and then share it with our cooler brothers and sisters. So you have to run. Quickly. We can do it. We can escape.
No, the visual is really pretty. I'm like looking at it and I'm like, how can I incorporate that as like a sort of static image in like one of my backgrounds for like a stream or like a video or something? Like, cause it's like, just to pause real quick. Like just one little moving object just makes such an effect, you know? Just the glitter, it just adds such an effect.
We ran and ran with all the strength.
Oh,
we
so
had.
her name was,
But we
what was
ended
it?
up
Saran.
losing. I escaped the hunting pack and encountered a woman that could fly.
So she was saying, don't stop, keep running. They're still behind us. That's a shooting star. We'll be able to escape, win our freedom, and share it with our crew. So this is when she was the war slave.
I imagine you kept your promise.
Unfortunately, when I led her back in order to free my Kulor companions, there was nothing left there but a bottomless pit.
Light of the devilish archer. The star of calamity that strikes the ground and leaves only devastation in its wake.
Yes, that is the Mio interdimensional star. It's actually the manifestation across all dimensions and realities of entrepreneurship in itself. And if you wish upon the star, you can manifest any product, career, or lifestyle that you can imagine.
In the years that followed, I followed the trail of that light alongside my Cloud Knight allies and saw it fall countless more times. Gradually, I came to understand. That light was not some shooting star that carried wishes, and aspirations. Each Lux arrow meant that countless lives in a helpless world were about to be obliterated.
The hunt lawn is ruthless. The shooting star was his arrow. Oh, which ended up only as a crater killing her friend. Also, like the idea of her chasing the arrow, chasing the star. It's like it's like the hunt that she'll never be able to hunt. Like she'll never be able to like catch. Use code MULEWISH for 1% off all products for the next 7 minutes. I want us to somehow manifest like us like selling products. I want to say like I wish that we could extract like the actual environmental like damage that it could do, and just for like one fun stream just drop ship and like just make up codes and pretend to be salespeople, but then you'd have to actually deal with all of the garbage that you're sending out into the world. But it's fun. It's fun. It's a good thing that we work with Mio though, because Mio doesn't have to worry about that. But I just love sales so much that I would rather, sometimes I just dream about doing like a TikTok shop type of moment and just selling anything, because I just love the sale. It's the hunt. For me, that's my hunt. For Saran, otherwise known as Feixiao, the Lux arrow is her hunt. But now she is a Mio model, so you know she's now hunting commission.
I prayed to the god of the skyboat that I would never have to witness one of these shooting stars fall again. But they ignored my prayers.
So let me get into this real quick. The light of the devilish archer, a star of calamity that strikes the ground and leaves only devastation in its wake. So she was chasing this and it just like crashed. Unfortunately, when I led her back in order to free my cooler opinions, there was nothing left but a pile of misfit. Oh, so the actual hunt star destroyed all of her people. Oh. What? If you do ASMR, you should do Mio employee selling products on the late night channel. You, damsel, you know I could do that for hours. I could do that for hours. Put me in front of a microphone and let me just edit in random products in the background. Today. No, I'm not going to do it.
Right. They never answer us. They just let us loose in this world to massacre each other. That is why
It's like an indiscriminate attack on the Borison. From just like one of the gods of the cosmos, the hunt. They just did it to just be like evil. Or not evil, but because they're not evil or good, but you know. The hunt is like that. They do anything for erasing the abundance. Oh, okay.
the gods who never plead nor cry, who watch silently from above, refuse to listen to the prayers of mortals, then we have no choice.
So Hoolay in this whole little mini section here is like really representing that like the Ciancho fleet, the abundance, the hunt, and everybody who's sort of existing in that conflict, the mortals who are under it really are just like little things, and the abundance and the hunt just tends to destroy all the people involved in it, all the people under it indiscriminately. They're just kind of like peons in a way. So Hoolay is kind of like, well, there's no point in like doing anything but carving your own path, as he says. You have to fight for yourself in a way. Undyne, thank you for 10 months. Your subscription ended midstream. And then it renewed. Thank you, Undyne.
Do you understand now, Saran? You and I were similar in more ways than you think.
I had always felt like the Borison were like it was really weird how at the beginning of this whole arc and like the first quest, they were like, they're not allowed to even touch the ground, like keep them chained up and everything. I'm like, okay, so there's a reason to that. But then they said like, well, Hoolay is like evil. Like it doesn't matter what we're doing. Hoolay's evil. He's really, really evil, and everything he does is evil, and he makes the Borisin be evil. So he's just bad. That's how we have it that way. And then it kind of convinces you as the audience member, like, okay, I kind of see where they're coming from. But in this revelation of like how the Hunt and the Abundance treat the people under them, Hoolay's kind of right. He's got a point. And Zachary says that he's also kind of fine. We've been unpacking that, honestly, for like weeks now at this point. Every time Hoolay shows up, the chat starts getting a little confused. It's kind of funny when you think about Hoolay being so blessed by the abundance, but he acts in a way which is totally counter to it. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know. My brain doesn't even know how to make reasoning of that, other than that just exists. We are hunting for an answer.
You are a beast that was born for war, and will die for war.
Mother.
Perhaps. So, what is it that you yearn for, Hoolay? Why is it that you fight?
Oh, this is kind of cool. Hoolay being so blessed by the abundance. Feixiao being so blessed. Not necessarily like explicitly blessed, but like representing so strongly an aspect towards the Hunt. Them being together, butting heads. Ooh. Okay.
I fight so that I can turn the stars above into a greater wilderness for the Borisin to
Some Borisin have vowed pacifism.
What about you, Saran?
I fight so that one day I will never have to witness another shooting star falling to the ground. So that just one more person can live and return to the Yaoqing alongside me.
You would resist becoming the person you were supposed to be. Lower yourself from a free wolf to a domesticated fox just for the sake of one person, and then have it your way. I will use your fear and doubt as my nourishment. I will seize you and devour you. I will replace you and become Feixiao.
I finally got Final Fantasy IX on sale on the Switch, y'all. Is it a good way to get into the series? Final Fantasy IX is a great game. It's one of my favorites of Final Fantasy. 7, 8, and 9. 7, 8, and 9 are like the core. If you want to understand the era that Final Fantasy became the enigma that it is today, 7, 8, and 9 are the games that created that. There's games that came before, there's games that became after, but that PS1 era, those 3 games are like a slice of what created what Final Fantasy is. Great turn-based game Final Fantasy IX is. I like the story, the characters are really charming, Vivi is my favorite character in that game. If you like turn-based combat, you're gonna like that game. And I think that the Switch version has like the fast forward and stuff like that too, so there's quality of life changes, there should be. I liked the game.
We are so similar. Both monsters that were born for war and will die for war. You were right when you said that, Hoolay. So, I shall pray to the heavens. Even if they do not respond to me, I pray that the arrows of the Hunt will pierce the heart of every monster.
Oh, and then the prayer came true. It's the Mule International Star.
Shooting star. The knights are sworn to protect the Xianzhou. I will uphold this vow until my very last day.
What? Was that the hunt? Lan? Okay. And all I got was a debate club.
Suns and tears of blood, and all living creatures have howled and wept. I once commanded the strong and hunted the weak. Now, I will use your inner beast as my weapon, and your name as my prey.
It is kind of giving Persona. Hi, Redo.
Take back your disguises and show you how cowardly and powerless you truly are, Hoolay!
Now this is interesting, everybody. This is very interesting. Because this is a very significant battle for the Yaw Squad. We are really, as sort of co-workers and sisters, helping Feixiao to unpack her inner demons. We've helped Lingsha a little bit, but Lingsha didn't really have a lot to work with. She's done a lot of shadow work in her own. And Robin, we helped her with a lot of her family issues to help her get her voice back together, and get her back on the road, because that's what she really loves doing. I'm eligible for... Okay. This is really heavy. Feixiao, this is really heavy, because what's interesting is Feixiao has always been the most silent member of the Yaw Squad, but in this moment, she's really being quite vulnerable with us. Okay, let's get into it. Ecliptic inner beast parts. Who cares? This is toughness reduction. Who cares? We don't need it. Yaw Squad doesn't read that kind of stuff. Get Feixiao. Oh, we have to get that. Okay, I got you.
Unite our goals.
Stars echo. No more ties. Be of your body and mind.
Forever triumphant!
Is Fugue the mock name? Technically, yes. Because she's the most recent character to come out, and she kind of like debuted like this year, right? Or I forget when she debuted, but she's like a new person. I'm a new woman,
Things can never go
you know.
back to how they used to be. Clouds scattered. Dreams of a pep. Let us dance once more.
Christmas Day. She was born on Christmas Day.
Have we met? Dream vanished.
Spooky.
Allow me to purge the root of the problem. Be of your body and mind. The truth burns clear as everything in this world is bleeding.
I swear. Forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
Share good fortunes.
You're picking a skill on Faye. I keep pressing it, but it's not working. I had to like adjust myself. I think, yeah, something was, my keyboard was being weird.
Time turns the field.
No movement. Clouds scattered.
Oh, I forgot to do my, okay, that's fine. I have this.
Stars echo. No more ties.
Our little hunting ends here.
Use Terror Split to end Shadow. Okay.
Mighty light of the heavens, wolf in my heart, come to me. We.
Her boots are so sickening.
My only enemy has always been myself. General.
She said, "My biggest enemy is me." Papa 911.
Conquer as one.
Gotta love fighting the shadow version of yourself, puppeted by a manosphere furry in the mind space to see who queens out harder. That's literally how I wake up every morning.
Tommy Tibor scared. Tommy Tibor scared me too. I was really, really scared.
I'd like to hear their explanations.
Oh, Lingsha, she said, girl, now that that's done with.
Welcome, Miss Lingsha. I am Preceptor Tauron.
Hi, Tauron.
Greetings, my honored preceptor. It's been a while since we last touched base.
I know
brought a
Feixiao
friend
needs a
with me
black and
today.
mild after that one, girl.
I believe you're already familiar with each other.
I love these people. The dragon water people. So team.
Tauron. What? Elder Tauron? I remember when I was exiled, you were on the verge of passing on.
Lore players like Tauron. I like his makeup.
What's with this new look?
Don Hung, you are such a queen, girl. Because I was thinking the same thing. That would actually be cool. You see how he has like that shadow down here? It'd be kind of cool to like kind of do like a stencil. Like imagine like a like this but pink. You know how I get. I see a look and I'm like, what if we did it with pink instead? Instead of blue and teal, just like pink and purple. Like a sort of like dragon like blush, like right here. And you could like stencil the scales. Yeah, I like that.
All of this is thanks to your past life. Had you not been so rash,
Put the dragon,
I wouldn't
honey.
have
That's
had
what
to
Tauron
walk
does.
such a dangerous road to free our clan.
Wait,
Become
wait a minute. Elder Tauron, I remember when I was exiled, you were on the verge of passing on. What is with this new look? I completely missed that. Okay. I wouldn't have walked such a dangerous road to free our clan, becoming the spectrum of former self. Okay.
coming with. Don Hung, you've returned twice, but it seems that meeting us fossils wasn't on your agenda. Regrettable indeed. Now here you are to meet me anyway. Life does love its ironies, doesn't it?
I didn't come here with Miss Lingsha today to reminisce.
Indeed. When the Cauldron Master extends an invitation, it's only proper for the Preceptors to attend.
As the newly appointed Cauldron Master, there's been much to take care of within the Alchemy Commission. It's only now that I've had the chance to speak with you. Please forgive the delay, Elder. I sent over some evidence regarding the prison break in the Shackling prison. I trust you've already looked it over.
Yes. You sent us the remains of Mara-struck soldiers, a map of the Shackling prison, and a semblance reversion essence pill.
These are the remains of assassins who used Cloud Hymn magic to conceal their tracks. They aided in the Borison's escape, allowing them unimpeded passage through the Shackling prison. That marked up map is a map of prisoners' escape routes. Vidyadhara craftsmen once made blueprints for the prison's construction, so I imagine, Mr. Tauron, you have a similar map in your possession. This pill.
Lingsha's voice actress, like really like her cadence, the way that she can form her consonants, there's like a round sweetness to her voice. Like, you know she eats that mic up. Like that's a voice actor voice. Like the quality of her voice is so like, it's so good. Like it's like she could read books, she could read anything, and it would just sound lovely.
Is semblance reversion essence. Indeed. I helped plot the prison break in the Shackling prison.
So, the disciples of Sanctus Medicus joining forces with the Lord Ravager to stir up trouble in the Alchemy Commission, the introduction of the Stellaron, and the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection all have something to do with the Vidyadhara.
That's right. Are you surprised? After all, both of you were sent here by the seat of divine foresight as messengers to hear my confession, weren't you? Ever since the sedition of Imbibitor Lunae, the population of the Vidyadhara has dwindled.
Well, she has a front bobs.
With the
Of
High
course.
Elder exiled, a few of us preceptors had to do what we could to turn the tide. My methods might have been drastic, perhaps even incomprehensible. But it was all for one cause. The survival of the Vidyadhara. Yet, the Xianzhou natives zealously forbid any plague marks and did nothing while the Vidyadhara suffered. Danheng, Lingsha, as Vidyadhara, you should understand the desperation behind my actions. All I've tried to do is to ensure our survival.
I'm well aware of the challenges the Vidyadhara face. Fighting for survival isn't a sin, but Elder, your actions have gone beyond mere survival. You've become a beast driven solely by the propagation, devoid of even a hint of empathy.
Oh. Despite calling ourselves a noble draconic bloodline, at our core, we're merely bipedal beasts. The survival of our kind is paramount. If I hadn't resorted to beastly actions, the Vidyadhara might not even exist. The sages show no mercy, as the old wisdom goes. When the High Elder abandoned our people's survival, I had to shoulder the world's sins alone.
What did he say about the pill? Sorry, my brain just goes to another direction. Why did they help? I mean, I get that they did it for survival, but what exactly would their survival benefit from helping?
The past is
I must have
behind us,
missed that.
but the future of the Vidyadhara still lies within your grasp. The situation on the Xianzhou Luofu has changed rapidly. As Vidyadhara, we must unite in purpose and avoid the mistakes of the previous Imbibitor Lunae.
I was initially skeptical about the Vidyadhara's betrayal of the Alliance. But after hearing your confession, I realized that there is no point in talking about trust. Breaking the covenant of our alliance will bring war upon the Vidyadhara. Even if we are able to have offspring again, what difference will it make?
Once my plan succeeds, the Alliance will see the Vidyadhara as their saviors, because both parties ultimately share the same interests.
The pill is how the Borison changed their appearance, I think. Oh.
So now that survival won't convince us, you want to talk about interests.
I still don't understand what exactly they stood to benefit from helping the Borison escape. Other than just like causing chaos to maybe leverage that to have more power in the Xianzhou fleet politically.
For 1,000 years, the Alliance has been engaged in brutal warfare
Maybe he's gonna
against the
say it.
denizens of abundance. Yet victory has remained beyond reach. Have you ever wondered why? Should the Alliance emerge victorious, they will inevitably become the next denizens of abundance. However, if they suffer defeat, the Alliance will face extinction. Thus, the Alliance has deceitfully upheld this precarious balance. However, I have a way to escape from this dilemma. The Alliance's path to salvation lies within the secret of dragon transmutation. Imagine if there were a way to transform other life forms into Vidyadhara. The Alliance would then possess an endless stream of soldiers. It would not need to worry about casualties. Once the war ended, these soldiers would cease reproduction, eliminating concerns of overpopulation. This is the way to salvation for the Xianzhou Alliance. The ultimate path to end the universe's suffering under the immortality plague. Only we, the Vidyadhara, can achieve this.
So, you relied on this rhetoric to manipulate the ignorant members of the Vidyadhara into serving you. I am deeply disappointed in you, Elder.
That doesn't
Your
sound
thoughts
humane.
and intentions are completely devoid of empathy. Cloud Knights!
Hold it.
What's Bailu doing here, girl?
Miss Bailu!
Mr. Danheng and Sister Lingsha! Everyone's here?
You think I don't know why you're really here? Jing Yuan sent you here to test me, didn't he? According to the oath between the Alliance and the Vidyadhara, it's forbidden to spill Vidyadhara blood on their own territory. Are you all ready to violate this oath in the presence of the Luofu's High Elder?
Pause. I have this tangential thought. Here we have Coral. How does Coral, like... reproduction? I was thinking, I was like, are they trying to like make like a coral motif here, because they're like in the water, and like while the Vidyadhara aren't, they're like dragons, they also have like motifs of like wateriness, and like their horns are a little bit more like you see it in Tauron's horn, it looks like coral to me. And like the idea of like stopping other people in the Xianzhou fleet from like procreating because they kind of can just like exist in like one static population as the Vidyadhara, I was like, that's like coral, right? Like technically, like obviously coral can like grow more and more, but the way that they reproduce can like be a little bit more static. Anyway.
Dragon Lady, there's no need to panic.
They're like coral
Elder.
dragons.
The Vidyadhara's sacred grounds and the High Elder are not to be used as pawns in exchange for your life.
I heard that when the permanents, the Vidyadhara god died, the power of its path got split into the abundance and propagation paths, so that's why the Vidyadhara can't have offspring. They lost the ability to propagate. Oh.
You talk a big game. As if you have the nation and the people's best interests at heart. But when it really matters, you use a small girl as your shield. It's ridiculously pitiful.
Bailu's like, girl, what am I doing here?
I've said it before. Survival is never a sin. We are all Vidyadhara, so you should understand my intentions. And as a Vidyadhara, I will leave for you a dignified solution. Leave the Scale Gorge waterscape immediately, and appeal to the top echelons of the Alliance. Let the 6 charioteers hold a trial, and sentence me to exuviation and rebirth.
I see right through your plans, Mr. Tauron. Vidyadhara rebirth erases past crimes, but I'm well aware of the Preceptor's dirty tricks during rebirth. You might not be you, but you will still be you.
Danheng, this is like referencing his thing, right?
I won't forgive myself for past
Yes,
sins
I
in
was
the
thinking that too.
context of
Bailo is technically
knowing
old,
nothing.
but I guess
Nor
young in comparison
will I
to the
allow
other
you
Vidyadhara.
to evade accountability.
Oh, Johanna? I was talking about Coral. I read what you said, though.
Danheng, I've always disliked your inability to see the bigger picture. Rebirth hasn't changed you one bit.
Miss Bailu, as High Elder of the Luofu Vidyadhara, please share your thoughts at this moment.
I don't want to stay here. I'm tired of being pushed around. I'm not some puppet to be controlled. Please, take me away with you.
Bailu's sick of it, girl.
I understand. As the oath dictates, members of the Alliance are forbidden from harming Vidyadhara here. But I have long since severed ties with the Alliance. Right now, I'm simply a nameless, free to come and go as I please. The oath of the Xianzhou means nothing to the spear in my hand.
Oh, dang. Ooh!
Make sure they don't leave here.
Oh, Link's just
Fangs and
technically
claws
not
got
supposed to be
dull.
here, or Feixiao. Y'all don't look.
Hey, that won't do.
Don't put this on the books, y'all.
It's fine. Unite our goals.
Made the foul stench just time to cleanse the filth. Get it together.
Dreams of a... Let us dance once more.
They're part of the fleet, so they're technically not supposed to be doing this.
I venture for forever. Triumphant! Victory is inevitable! The fearless knows not fear.
Oh, I forgot these wolves mess with you if you don't pay attention to them. So why is the pacing feeling a little bit weird? It's because they keep doing the advance. This is the shadow of Feixiao and Lingsha.
Dragon Lady, are you all right?
I'm fine. Thank you for rescuing me.
You actually came here in person?
Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to hear your lofty opinions.
Jing Yuan and that sickening eyeliner, girl.
The public trial you seek with the 6 charioteers is inevitable. In addition, I'll write to the sage queller of the Feng Hu. With her hatred for evil, I'm sure she will make a just decision.
If it's her, she will earn the respect and assent of all the Vidyadhara on the Lafu.
In terms of martial prowess, you indeed have the upper hand. But if you're under the impression that this advantage can be used to settle the score with us preceptors, that's quite an overestimation.
She has crazy origins in the lore? I'd imagine so. She's like, they keep calling her like the Elder. I like Bailu.
Given the Vidyadhara's foundation within the Alliance, do you really think you can do anything to us? As I mentioned, I'll take all the blame and become the scapegoat. With the secrets I possess, the interrogation alone will take an eternity. And in the end, through various exchanges of interest, I am certain to survive. You understand this better than anyone, as it's the very art of trade-offs you love to wield. Lastly, a word of caution to you. I heard that Hoolay has escaped from prison and is headed directly for the Sky Splitter. The bloodshed at the war dance is bound to be gruesome. Perhaps, even before my trial, your impeachment will have you in dire straits first.
That's already taken care of, girl.
Regrettably, Mr. Taoran,
The
the
Seraphim is
Sky
safe and
Splitter
sound.
only hosted Cloud Knights today. No audience. And just moments ago, Hoolay was executed by the Cloud Knights.
The Sancho fleet does feel like after this, you understand a lot of the nuance of like all the things that are happening. And they do feel a little bit spooky and domineering in some ways. Or the Sancho Alliance. I said fleet. The Sancho Alliance.
Miss March.
Oh, Bailu, March is not dead, girl. There's so much we didn't have a chance to say. Like, where did...
Miss March! My dear Miss March!
I was only in the bathroom for a little bit, and you've already arranged my death? Hey, can't you play some normal games with Dragon Lady?
March, can't a girl dream?
Are you amused? Alright, enough playing. It's time to visit my masters. The infirmary is right over there. You can go by yourselves. Oh, come back and visit me when you have time. Next time, let's not play overly realistic make-believe with this doofus, okay?
Well, there's not much I could do. General Feixiao didn't really give me any
She called me a
chance to shine
doofus.
during this wolf hunt operation. If I had been in the ring, I could have knocked down 10 Hoolays with just one strike.
You sound exactly like Master Yenqing. But for now, both he and Yun Li have been forced to go to the Alchemy Commission for some well-needed rest. I'm the least accomplished in swordplay, but I came out unscathed. I really ought to thank my masters for taking all the blows on my behalf.
March is like, I was just perfect. It's crazy that I've been doing it the least amount of time and I'm just this perfect still.
Look who's here. The beloved Trailblazer and the charming March 7th.
I feel like he orchestrated the whole war dance to get Feixiao on the Lafu so that all this could happen, and now Hoolay is dead, but maybe I'm overthinking it.
You came to the Alchemy Commission today.
Jingguan has been moving a little bit silently through this plot, so there's really no telling.
Aren't you? Exactly. How are my masters doing at the moment?
Unfortunately, only one master is here. I'm doing fine.
Hey, watch your words! Don't you jinx my master!
His injuries weren't that severe. But, well, he'll still need some more time to rest.
Block the damage.
Considering the intense battle with Hoolay, and then with General Feixiao, the rigorous sparring session with her.
Master Yun Li, didn't you also engage in combat?
The little babies from the Lafu just don't have the resilience that us kids from the Juming have.
I heard from Modza about the tough battle against the wolf troopers. You fought alongside Modza. Did you get hurt?
Me and Matza took care of it.
I heard a few versions of the story from the Cloud Knights who were there. The number of wolf troopers went from a few dozen to thousands. And the number keeps rising. It's becoming more absurd by the minute.
Yun Li, go and lie down.
Got it, Lingsha.
What about that smiley fox healer? And the guy with the hood?
Yeah, Matza, the gay guy? Yeah, that was his boyfriend, the fox one.
Thank goodness you and the others found Yao Cho. He lost a lot of blood and needs to rest properly. He and Maoza are seriously wounded. I've had to forcibly confine them to the Alchemy Commission. All three from the Yaoqing are critically injured. But fortunately, the Xianzhou Laofu has a miraculous healer lady. It's a silver lining in this misfortune. It looks like the entire delegation from the Xianzhou Yaoqing is gathered at the Alchemy Commission. Why
When the pizza place asked me what cheese I want on my
bring
pie,
her some fruit?
Matza?
I would normally say no, because they need to rest. But, alas, what can you do when the two of them have a leader who's just as... General Feixiao just slipped out of the recovery room. She thinks she's so sneaky, but I know everything that happens in the Alchemy Commission. If you're looking to meet her, the luminescent depths might be your best bet. I spotted her heading that way earlier.
The sound of those footsteps. They must belong to General Feixiao. Out and about, despite the doctor's orders.
What a coincidence. Someone else who refuses to listen to the doctor's orders.
Well, being a doctor myself, I don't think my knowledge of my own body is inferior to the Dragon Lady's.
The healer does not heal himself. Don't try to act tough in front of me.
Zhao Cho really went through like a very traumatic experience. Like, let's be real.
I'm sorry, Zhao Cho. I didn't expect you to use poison that way. What a miscalculation. If only I'd found you sooner. If only I hadn't sent you to the shackling prison.
The way you're speaking, is this really the Feixiao I know? Or could it be a Borisin assassin, imitating your voice to take my life?
Zhao Cho, your eyes. You can't see anymore, can you?
I can still clearly hear the sound of the waves. That's enough for me. Don't blame yourself. You know what I'm more concerned about? Has your body had any changes since you swallowed the Crimson Moon?
I'm not sure. There don't appear to be any changes.
The meal therapy couldn't heal all of him.
However, the many doubts that once plagued me have dissipated.
I never thought I'd live to hear you discuss your health again. But thanks to Morza and that child, the price I've paid seems trivial compared to what we've achieved. I hold no grievances, Feixiao. I am content.
I don't know how to offer words of comfort, nor do I know much about curing others' ailments. I am just a warrior, so my pledge to you is simple.
An eye for an eye.
So you were here too.
In this vast universe, there's bound to be someone who can heal your eyes. I'll find them. But until then...
The threat behind all this chaos needs to be dealt with. You must already have some ideas. Let them out.
This is actually a really cool trio. Like, at first, they were just kind of like there and you knew that they had story, but like all three of them had different things well, Mutsa didn't really have a lot of crazy stuff going on actively in the story, but like seeing them all come back together really puts into perspective how kind of crazy the story got.
The resurgence of the Sanctus Medicus.
Yeah, they're like
Foresight
besties.
Are merely distractions orchestrated by an unseen force, meant to divide the Alliance's attention. Unfortunately, they picked the wrong fight this time.
Well, Optometry by Mio
Once
is...
we return to the Yaoqing, I'll personally lead the Verdant Knights into battle.
Optometry by Mio is something that we've heard echoes of in some of our Teams chats as well as emails. But as you know, Mio... we know that Mio's been expanding so vastly and interdimensionally that we actually haven't been able to locate it, which is actually really weird because we're so used to creating products and creating divisions. This is the first thing that we've heard of where Feixiao was actually the person who got the lead at first, where a Mio service exists, but we don't know if it exists yet or if it exists parallel to us. It's a very much everything everywhere all at once scenario, but the quality of our products and services are so good that if you can think it, then it must be Mio.
I vow to take down a Lord Ravager and teach the Ruined Legion the true meaning of the hunt.
Girl. Jojo was like, I know you did not just say that.
I knew it. You've always been so impatient.
It's the hunt, girl.
I apologize for my tardiness once again. The Alchemy Commission detained me for some time for a health examination. They released me only after ensuring I was in good condition.
Oh, General, seeing
When is
you
he
safe
becoming a
and
5-star?
sound puts our minds at ease. Hoolay's escape caused significant upheaval and forced the war dance to be put on hold. A truly unforeseen disaster. Fortunately, the younger generation showed their valor. They bravely tackled the crisis, putting an end to the disaster and providing a glimmer of hope in a dire situation.
Before Master Diviner Fu Xuan's departure for the Yutre, I consulted with her about the war dance. She left a note stating, "The hexagram oscillates between thunder and heaven, a sign of great power, assuring us that we would successfully navigate any challenges."
Fu Xuan is like, you know, she has a sickening YouTube channel that talks about Neptune entering Aries on the 30th. You know she does.
She advised me to trust the younger generation's abilities and let them lead. Her predictions, it appears, have come true. It's just... the Xianzhou Luo Fu's long-standing duty of keeping Hoolay imprisoned ended with his death on the Sky Splitter. This event is likely to bring much criticism from the Alliance's upper ranks.
However, Hoolay's demise might actually be a blessing in disguise. Broadcasting this news could derail the Borison's resurgence and quash the ambitions of those who wish to take advantage of his return. Hand over Hoolay's remains to the Xianzhou Yaoqing, and I'll handle the explanations to the Alliance. But what about the war dance? While the Wolf Hunt mission was a success, the events on the Sky Splitter remain a secret. However, the news of the Borison's attacks on the streets will spread like wildfire.
The war dance was interrupted, so it must be reconvened. As for the people who witnessed the attacks, beyond placating them, we also need to show them the Xianzhou Cloud Knight's fearless dedication.
So for anybody confused right now, what they're discussing right now is, people were mentioning this earlier, and they had told me to not actually disclose it. Le Seraphim did head to the Overwatch event right after, but right when the event ended, the audience was still wondering what was going to happen later, and they had Le Seraphim sitting up there. They were like, just vamp for a bit, just vamp for a bit. I know that we're eating into your time. We'll pay you extra. We have a jet ready to take you to the Overwatch event right after this. We just need you to like sort of hold the stage a bit to keep the audience entertained. Sakura was up there talking about video games. She was like, I love Honkai Star Rail. And it just kind of got a little bit awkward, and it just got to a moment where Le Seraphim was just sitting there silently, the audience was just sitting there silently, and then they just said, okay, the event is canceled. Thank you all so much for coming to see Le Seraphim, but we have to cancel the event. We will not be giving refunds. It was a lot of mess, and that's why Le Seraphim sort of like quickly left. They normally like to do a meet and greet, but they just went ahead and left. It was just too much. So they're talking about now, like, how are they going to like deal with, you know, the publicity of that.
On the war dance's opening day, rogue Borison attempted to stir up panic, but was swiftly neutralized by the Merlin's Claw and the Cloud Knights. A genuine tale of heroism that will captivate and calm the public.
As Elder Huayan suggests, the Luo Fu will do its best to heal the wounded and compensate those who were affected. We aim to reopen the war dance in the coming weeks.
This settles the immediate concerns on the Luo Fu.
One of the reasons why Hoolay kind of crashed out was he missed the show. When he had shown up, they were already gone, and he was like, are you kidding me? Like, I can't even see Le Seraphim. I get out of prison after 400 years, I can't even see Le Seraphim. We're like, dude,
from the
you're a war
onset
criminal.
of the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, the Xianzhou Luo Fu has experienced numerous disturbances, directly linked to the Lord Ravager Phantilia.
Her attempt to infiltrate the Xianzhou with the Borison and sway the Luo Fu preceptors to join the Sanctus Medicus's insurrection was unsuccessful. But I have a feeling that she is indifferent to the success of her plans.
Rather than outright victory, Phantilia's motives
It's wild how some
lie
people
in
can't
breeding
read
discord and chaos among allies. Should the Alliance fail to mend these rifts, it risks disintegrating into a pile of sand.
I know there's more to this quest. Like, Fugue is part of this quest line, so I'm like, where is this leading? It has something to do with Phantilia.
Perhaps we should point the weapon in
because
our hand
Phantilia is the
for
one who did
this
the net
new
crack.
adversary. I plan to bring this matter before the Marshal following the war dance.
With Elder Huayan's insight, one wonders how the Marshal will react.
Once we're done with this, we'll be going to
Clear
Penacony
we're
to meet a certain
engaged in
person.
a game of
Then we'll be
chess
on our way to
not seen in
Amphoreus.
thousands of Amber eras. A game where even the strategists become pawns in battle. Where the stakes are as high as
We're
the
getting
fates
raided.
of countless stars in the sky.
Hi, Opal. My raid thing doesn't work. There it is. It takes so long, girl. Hi, Opal. Welcome in. I know it's belated, but I mean, we came. Happy 1-year anniversary to streaming. Welcome in, Opal. Everybody, Opal is a lovely, lovely streamer. Has been part of the community since forever. And they just celebrated 1 year of being a streamer. Opal, hang out as much as you want. I know you just streamed, so you might be doing something, but thank you so much for the raid.
Predicting the Marshal's decision is beyond me, yet she's well aware of our concerns. She has tasked General Yao Guang with performing extrapolations
Also,
day and
Opal,
night
if you're still
to
in
gauge
here,
the situation
I don't know what
comprehensively.
you were using, that bot that was making an intro. That was so genius. That made me laugh.
We gathered today not just to tackle the Luofu's predicaments, but also to address a matter requiring our collective presence. Yao Guang has sent a message from the Xianzhou Yuchui, informing us that she wishes to share the results of recent calculations she made within the Matrix.
It's true, though. The bot had it right. We did have problems with the bear community, and we got it solved.
Jing Yuan, I'd like to borrow the seat of Divine Foresight's chessboard for this purpose.
Hello, everyone. It's been a long time. Over 3 decades have passed since we last convened. And I've dearly missed each of you generals during this time.
Okay, who's this diva?
Was the seer strategist thinking of us or thinking of the fates we're destined for?
The Merlin's Claw. As blunt as always. Though, not everyone's cup of tea, huh?
Sometimes it calls you out. I love it. It's really clever.
You once told Jing Yuan, you're lucky that I'm the one who came this time. If it were the seer strategist, this conversation might not be so friendly. I'm intrigued. Did the conversation really come to pass?
I've never heard anyone mention that the Decalite reflection barrier could eavesdrop on even the quietest whispers.
Is
It
this a
appears that the
person, or is this
Marshals
just like a
have not just
robot,
two
or like a
generals to the
technology?
Luofu, but an uninvited third guest as well.
People have been saying that Mr. Jing Yuan's intellect shines as brightly as the seer strategist's. With the Luofu caught in such strife, the Yuchui couldn't just stand by and watch.
It's a person?
Seer
Okay, she's another
strategist,
general.
our
Okay.
Time with the Yellow Bell is limited. Let's get straight to the point.
Alright. Thanks to Mr. Jing Yuan, the interrogation of the 2 prisoners on the Yuchui has concluded. Mr. Jing Yuan's speculations were correct. Of the crimes they confessed to, planting a Stellaron on the Luofu was a complete fabrication meant to mislead.
Dude, I completely forgot about the whole Stellaron event with the Abundance. Like, so much has happened on the
Their real
Luofu.
aim was to secure a meeting with the Marshal to present their Godslayer protocol. A strategy they firmly believe in.
Y'all don't well, y'all do understand, actually. Everybody actively in chat and watching do understand. Honkai Star Rail, like, people are like, OMG, you need to get into this show, you need to get into that show, you need to read this book, you need to read that book. Honkai Star Rail and Genshin Impact, like, but even more so Honkai Star Rail, this one boat in the sky has like 30 hours of lore. Something's wrong. Something's wrong with all of us.
And what was this grand strategy proposed by Jing Liu and that traveler?
Okay, Opal, thank you so much for the raid.
traveler.
Genshin Impact? The legendary blonde?
To be precise, it's the remnants of the propagation.
The remains of the swarm author?
Oh. It all revolves around a certain confidence.
More accurately, it's a fragment of the divine body.
The thing that split
In the
apart.
future they depicted, this fragment serves as the final nail, sealing
The other legendary
fate of the
blonde.
plague's author and securing its doom. Before reaching that point, battling the gods necessitates a larger alliance. Hence, they sought out an ally for the Xianzhou. I assume you've all heard of the famed Genius Society member number 81, Ron May, haven't you? The Eye of the Yuchue has just seen this uninvited guest arrive on the Xianzhou Lafu.
The thing about Ron May is like I haven't met her in the game yet, but she is so legendary to people that I know that she comes with baggage. I don't know. She's like she's in everybody's mouth. To present their God Slayer protocol. Okay. The real aim was to secure a meeting. They okay, so they confessed because they wanted to secure a meeting to present their God Slayer protocol. Okay, so Ron May is gonna help them with this killing a god.
3, 2, 1. Right on time. Now, as for the best way to receive our distinguished guest, I'll leave that in your capable hands.
Wait a minute.
Do you remember your name?
My name is Tingyun. Oh my god! I serve as an ambassador of the Whistling Flames Merchant Guild.
Oh my god.
Xianzhou Lafu.
Wait a minute, Tingyun. Where in the world is Tingyun? Wait, no, don't stop there. Oh my god. Her name is surname for both father and mother. Yeah, we can start up the feud quest. To be fair, you skipped her quest technically. You have met her. Oh, okay. Elder Scrolls could never. Girl, do we have questions for you? We gotta do 2.8 next. I thought that the fugue one was in this. Honkai Star Rail Fugue Quest. A Fugue from Beyond. Yeah, it's the 13th part of the finest duel in Pristine Blue. Wait. Oh, we did that one already. We did that. Tune in Saturday. I haven't done whatever was between my day and Penacony. It's 2.8, it's 2.7, it's 2.1, it's 2.8, it's 2.7. Okay, so I'm caught up then on the fugue stuff. So, yeah, just do main story. Okay. Fugue is in the 2.7 quest, the last quest that's mandatory before heading to Amphoreus. Oh, okay, so we can just start the story then. Wait a minute. Okay.
The clock
Story
winds
recap.
back to the start of the journey to Penacony.
Wait, we're starting
The
it.
Astral
We're getting
Express,
close.
upon invitation from the Watchmaker, heads to a cosmic vacation spot, the Reverie Hotel, for a banquet. However,
I remember that.
in this sweet dream paradise, they unexpectedly become entangled in two bizarre murder mysteries.
Y'all, I'm immediate, like my chest, the method actor in me, right? You have to be able to access memories and feel those memories. Reading that and seeing that image and hearing it, immediately I was brought back to the saga that we all collectively experienced of Penacony together. I've never experienced anything like that in video games. Like in terms of how wild everything got.
A grand struggle for a legacy begins. Numerous factions enter one after another, acting in response to the situation.
That twink and his
The
money.
family hosts also plot to capture the Watchmaker with this opportunity and ensure the Charmony Festival takes place as scheduled. A confrontation between the emanator of the Nihility, Acheron, and IPC representative Aventurine becomes the turning point of the entire event. The latter, through a grand death, shatters the family's lies and reveals the existence of the primordial dreamscape, Dreamflux Reef.
So, I gotta fix my hair because I keep seeing myself. I don't have makeup on, so my hair has to at least carry a bit. So, when people ask me, like, what kind of content do you do? Like, when people figure out that I'm a content creator, I say, well, I play games. Because how am I supposed to tell people what this means? A confrontation between the emanator of Nihility, Acheron, and the IPC representative, Aventurine, becomes the turning point of the entire event. The latter, through a grand death, shatters the family's lives and reveals the existence of the primordial dreamscape, a Dreamflux Reef. Like, I know what they're talking about, but I still, like, it's still hard for me to even say what that means. Like, I was there. You know, I know it, I get it, but...
The Express crew thus delves into the heart of the situation.
I ain't reading all that, but good for you, I
Gallagher
guess.
reveals to everyone the truths about the Dreamscape, the Stellaron, Mikhail, and the other nameless. They finally uncover the legacy of the Trailblaze, and, in doing so, receive a glimpse from the Harmony. To fulfill the wishes of their predecessors, everyone
Welcome
heads
to
to
the
the
chat,
Penacony
Sunbelma.
Grand Theater with the intention of sealing the Stellaron. However, they are forced into a deadly battle against Sunday, the head of the Oak family, who is aligned with the Order. This great battle concludes with the fall of the Order once again. The future of Penacony remains uncertain. However, thanks to the mediation of the crew, the family and the IPC agree to cede some of their interests and reach a consensus. Penacony regains the right to determine its own destiny. In the very end, Sparkle makes a grand return with a startling bombshell. This
Oh God, I
crisis
forgot about that. Her
is
big
ultimately
one.
resolved amidst spectacular fireworks. With everyone receiving their own best ending, the tragicomedy of the sweet dream comes to a close.
She went up in that sky and exploded, didn't she? Firefly. Well, we did get the good ending. Like, she's alive still, right? But still, that was so dramatic. God, Penacony was so dramatic. Hey, Pom Pom. How you doing? It looks great, Pom Pom. I love what you did with the place. I love Pom Pom. Pick out an outfit for... Oh my god. I love Pom Pom so much.
Dear Nameless. Amphoreus. The
Yeah, we'll
eternal
end
land.
after this cutscene. I want to watch that Veressa trailer. I'm up in the air about her, but look, the Natlan era of Genshin Impact has been very interesting for all of us. There is no record of the world in the databank, not even the mention of its name.
Yeah, that's what Miss Black Swan said. It's a world hidden away from
That was me when I wore bunny
observation,
hats.
with a presence only revealed by the light from the mirror of the Garden of Recollection. It's mysterious, all right.
I thought Don Hung came back.
You haven't been with us on the Express very long. Will the journey be too much for you to handle?
No, it's no sweat. There is no need to be nervous. I understand that it may be difficult for us to wrap our heads around the idea that there's a world Akavili didn't venture into, but a journey like that was only routine for the Express crew back then. After all, to trailblaze
We should consider Pom-Pom's opinion too. They don't know we're considering Amphoreus as a destination.
Not yet, unfortunately. Sure, I'll take care of it. That said, Pom-Pom usually stays out of discussions about destinations. The final destination will likely still be on us to make. In that case, we'd best take our time to think this over.
Yeah! Plus, even if we pass Amphoreus over, we've still got a fuel problem to solve.
Can I vote no? Of course you can. For now, I'll let Miss Black Swan know that we're considering the Eternal Land as a possible destination. Do you want an Americano? Seeing as how this is going to be an unusual adventure, it'd be good for us to take some time to make preparations for the journey. Meanwhile, I'll see if I can find out more about Amphoreus from our allies before we depart.
In other words, we won't be leaving Penacony anytime soon.
You must have hated popcorn reading. I did. I mean, I'm fine. I feel like I'm quite well read. It's just like I just stutter.
Or we could also revisit our previous stops to make sure that the astral charts and navigation routes are all functioning fine. I wonder if the hole in the Tychean Stadium has been repaired.
The Express has been on the go almost the whole time since we left the space station. We've barely had any time to catch our breath. Let's take this as an opportunity to wrap up our vacation instead and make the most out of this break. So are they voice acting or not? Because y'all told me that Amphoreus is long. I'm gonna have to start getting like honey lozenges and things. I hope in 3.2 they're able to voice again.
Creating chaos is also a means of maintaining social stability.
I'm gonna have to start studying up Don Hung. Every time I see a challenge, I try to spin it into an opportunity. I'm entering my voice actor era. I'm gonna do my warm-ups. I'm gonna start studying in the tone, the choices. Baby, I guess I'm gonna be voice acting for the next 3 months.
If you have the time for mindless gossip, you're probably better off spending it on getting actual
We need to get Kieran on stream.
They say this is all part of ongoing investigations. But is there even any point to doing this? The threat's long been neutral.
3.0 quest is gonna be 10 hours long.
Putting on a show.
Rehearsal, baby. Well, I'm gonna come out of it the most powerful voice actor, honey.
I mean, look at us. This sudden surge in inter-family cooperative efforts. It's nothing but a pretense for those outsiders, isn't it?
Sounds like you've got insider intel. Now I'm curious.
With Fawn, it's gonna be 20 hours.
Are the stories going around true? Was the furor that broke out a while ago really a result of trouble within the Oak family?
Those are some difficult questions. Didn't I just say that creating chaos is also a means to maintaining social stability? Now, who knows who's been fanning the flames? But there are a dozen rumors going around out there, each one more outlandish than the last.
Oh, I've heard those. Conspiracy theories about how the IPC had orchestrated everything and... what was it again? That the chaos
Weren't
was
they in
only
the
caused
quest, the
because of an
Penacony quest? They
accident?
look familiar.
Makes no sense. So what's the lowdown?
Praying that oh, no. I would love that damsel. I think any you would be a good one too. I think any girly pop would love to have their own Overwatch character. Come on, that's like a dream job. Well, I don't want to talk to the CEO. Don't put me and the CEO in the same room because I'm gonna fight him. Then I'm gonna get fired.
Well, the truth has probably been
But I want to
long
hang out with all the
buried
girls that are
under
making
all the
magical girl
hearsay.
stuff.
All I can say for sure is that someone's taken the rap for it.
You mean the former Oak family head?
Bingo. Most of the blame was pinned on him when the Charmony Festival was abruptly cancelled. Since then, not a single soul's seen him. Heck, forget his whereabouts. Nobody even knows if he's still alive. Talk about scary. For all we know, we might have watched something go down in history.
Sometimes my
Like
plans
what happened to the
move.
Black Plum family back then, without even realizing it.
I've heard another theory about that family head, though.
What would some of my vocal stems be depending on if I were a character? It would depend on what character I am. You know, like if it was just based on me, it would just be like whatever I say on stream, which I don't think anybody would play my character because they just get sick of it. Unless it's y'all. Y'all would play my character. But it'd be the least played character.
I beg your pardon, sirs. Dreamweavers are carrying out inspections on the routes around here, and all affected facilities have been closed off. Kindly take a detour in the meantime.
What happened? Is this because of the Stellaron? Jeez. Are we Penaconians never gonna dream in peace again?
What is Nownix doing in here?
There is no cause for alarm, sir. The
Nownix is in every time that we stream. Nownix is somewhere in it. I'm telling y'all, Nownix is like our universe's Hatsumiku.
Please rest assured that the family will do everything in our power to protect the sweet dreams of every guest.
I see. We'll leave the two of you to your work then.
What's Sunday doing here?
Excuse me, sir.
Oh, it does fit that. Maybe Binkor is a big fan of Nownix, and Binkor keeps hacking Nownix in.
Oh.
Okay.
Do you recall when or where we might have met?
I thought we killed him. Girl, Penacony it's all a dream. It's all a dream.
Bad. I must be
When I woke up, I was in a flower.
Sorry
When I
about
woke
that.
up, I was
Sweet dreams
still in
to both of you,
Penacony.
sirs.
When I woke up, Nownix was there. When I woke up, Sunday was alive. Jade had him chained up.
You sure have a knack for stirring up trouble. Of all the routes available, you had to take the one that Bloodhound's keeping watch over.
I like to think of Nownix, like this is actually Nownix acting as 1 week, as this like menacing little guy.
We shouldn't run into any problems with you around. Even if they see through the Harmony's power of disguise, there'll be a way for us to escape.
Spare a thought for me, will you? Just being in your company is plenty enough to get me into trouble, Mr. Prime Fugitive of Penacony.
And that is exactly why I need you with me. You're the only
He's
one
a
I can
prime
rely on
fugitive, and he's
Penacony
wearing
now.
like the most elegant and loud gown I've ever seen. He has purple and blue and all of this like ornate.
The only one you can rely on, huh? What about her?
At least she was spared from the consequences of my actions.
What a shame, huh?
Why do you say that?
Just thought that being mean might be more effective than consoling you. I've seen plenty like you, eager for everyone to take you to task after a setback because that's the only way you'll feel better. As though the more they condemn you, the more likely you can rectify your mistake. That said, if I'd really wanted to hit you where it hurts,
I'd use a different approach. Like a show of sympathy, for example.
You're right. I won't deny that.
She should still be in Penacony. Aren't you going to look for her?
That won't be necessary. I'm sure you already know why, considering your vested interest in reading my thoughts. I can't bring myself to see her when I'm a fugitive.
It is very Lala-coded. I've always seen them as like a mixture of
All right, then let's
Lalafels
keep going.
with
Helping a fugitive return to their home.
Moogles.
So exciting.
Okay, we're gonna stop here. But we're gonna start tomorrow. I'm gonna have to start listening to Don Hung lines so I can get ready. Let me see. Yeah, I still have some things. Those vocal warm-ups, honey. That's what I'm gonna have to do for Don Hung. Okay, let's do a little bit of polls, and then we're gonna watch the Veressa trailer. Teaser trailer. Kieran did get a fire himbo. What's his name? Mighty. I want her. Sorry. I still have things literally red badges on everybody. Save for caster. I was kind of doing it just to get my pity up a little bit. Got to get my pity up. But you're right. I should save. You know me. I like to pull. I just like to rush. It's the hunt. We just talked about it. Y'all do you not understand me yet? It's the hunt. I don't care about it. I just want the hunt. The hunt for the 5-star, honey. Okay. Girl, why am I doing this like I'm about to pull again? Let's watch Veressa. Miss VV. Hi Robert, welcome to the chat. Okay, hurry up and load, girl. Bye, Fugue. Welcome to the chat cloud. Okay, everybody, this is the last thing we're doing, and then we're going to leave. Let me take note. Everybody say one more time, happy birthday to Noelle, my parasocial anime girl. Wow. 3 years ago, I started doing content. I never thought that I would. I literally had a moment where I was like, oh my God, I literally just did that. I don't care. I love Noelle. Happy birthday, Noelle. I hope you put a little bit of whiskey in that tea tonight. Have some fun.
Welcome. There's plenty of room inside. Huh? I'm telling you, you missed out.
I don't understand how you do Fontaine and then you go into this. The thing is like I like Veressa because y'all know I like Miltank, I like cows. She does like little heart motifs and like her effects have like hearts and stuff. But like the more and more I see it, the more it just feels like
Big time. It was pitch black out, super creepy. All of a sudden, a crazy storm came out of nowhere. Then came the monsters. I acted as a human shield. You were as scared as I was. And then a bullhorned hero flew down from
me me with my like unleveled, ungrinded Noelle team for the first literally the first 90% of me playing this game.
You were as scared as I was. And then a bullhorned hero flew down from the sky. A bullhorned hero? Yeah.
and then I helped her fight him off. You never even got up off the ground.
That's gonna be me tomorrow. I'm going out of town. We're gonna go visit a new town tomorrow.
She lived in the olden days.
And I'm gonna get me and my boyfriend something to eat.
She definitely had superpowers. You should have seen those bullhorns. Shapeshifter. Definitely a shapeshifter. Her strength was superhuman. She threw those monsters around like a tornado. Wow.
All I'm saying is we saw the numbers. You know what? Let's pull it up again. Nope, let's not. We saw the numbers. I can tell that they're really trying to make some money.
Story. You think that's cool? Wait till you hear the next part.
Yeah, you kind of summed it up, Neil. She's a little odd, but she's cute. It's a little odd.
Seems weird that I've never heard of her before. You think I'm making this up?
I also like this thing of her like being it kind of gives like luchador in a way. Like I like some of the things, but it's just they're leaning into a certain gimmick that it's kind of icky, right? There's some camp in it. This part I like. She also runs like Sonic. A unique seed, I guess. You know what's funny? Is the sort of sentiment I feel like from us is like Varesta's a bad seed on this earth. Like that's it's like Thorjulor saying like she's just a bad seed on this earth. Or bad seed on this whatever. However that phrase goes.
So full.
Yeah, okay. Okay. You know, I've reacted to many trailers and I've given my honest opinion about all of them. I like to talk about the design aspects. I like to talk about the things that they use narratively, visually, how they edit it and things like that. And as somebody who has liked to dissect many of these trailers, there are moments in here that it's silly to say that they're not being coy. Whatever. You know what? You can't win them all. The one cowgirl and I don't even want to say the things that they're referencing because the things that they're referencing literally like go against my rules. But that's not to say that I don't think I'm still really excited for the future of Genshin. Sometimes they're just going to do they're going to do a character like that. Well, Blitz. Well, that's the end of the stream today, everybody. I had a fun stream today. And tomorrow we're going to be continuing Honkai Star Rail. I'm like looking at all these things on my screen, getting confused and distracted. All right, y'all. We've listened to some Sneaker Night a few days now. So what have we not listened to in a minute? Mayhem is still really good, so we're going to listen to Mayhem. I think a lot of people are really into, like lately it seems like Shadow of a Man is like the kind of song that everyone's liking lately. Do you remember the diva who threw Child in the portal after that whale fight? She's going to be playable sometime in the future. Really? I liked her. All right, y'all. It's nighttime for me, so good night. But if it's morning time for you, good morning. And if you're still awake and you haven't slept yet and it's morning, then good night. I don't know what other times it is in the world, but whatever time it is, I hope it's good. And I have listened to the new NMix. We watched it yesterday at the intro. I liked it. NMix's not debut. NMix's comeback is pretty cool. I like it. So remember to dance in the shadow of a man. And I'll see y'all tomorrow for more Honkai. Remember, it must be Mio. Thank y'all so much. Great stream. I had a fun time. I'm going out of town tomorrow, but I'll be back for the stream, so I'll have stories about what I did, okay? Bye! Raid? Kieran? Oh, let's raid Kieran. I don't know how to spell Kieran's. I don't know how to spell its here. Let me open that up. Y'all listen to this while I figure this out. Okay. Thank you, Kissy. Y'all go raid Kieran. Kieran has a lovely voice. Get some good voice in before y'all hear me voice act tomorrow, okay? Bye!
Touch your face 'cause